Hello friends, this is Meena Tilakraj, your storyteller. Here I am. I'm sorry for the mess of my hair. I'm traveling and I am at the Golden Fort of Jaisalmer. I'm in Jaisalmer. It's also called Sonar Killa in Indian language. Sonar means of golden or rather golden and Killa means fort. So it's Sonar Killa or Golden Fort, and here it is. Here it is. Let me show you all around. What you see there is the spiral of a temple, and you can see a flag, a red flag there, which means the temple is active. And this is the main fort building. Of course, the whole thing is the fort. Even this part, this is the part of the ladies' section, and this one here. The little balcony that you see up there, that is from where the king, the Maharaja, used to greet his people. And coming down here, let me focus it there. Let me bring it closer to you. Yeah, this is the entrance to the fort. And when you go inside, you see all the display of many objects of the royal family and the rooms, and also the style, the architecture inside, how it is built, how the different sections are built for different uses. Okay, so this is it. And here, now this fort is very special because it's a lived-in fort. There are also families living in. Of course, in yesteryears, in the earlier time during the Maharaja, there were people who were important who used to live inside. Maybe the priest, the servers, the ones who used to work in the fort, and some of the ministers, and then of course some other friends and people and relatives of the royal family. But otherwise, now you have the people living in. There are almost about 1,000 houses which are occupied in this fort. Okay, it's a beautiful fort. I can show you some lanes. Can you see? I'll show you this lane. There. That's a lane there, which is very interesting. Of course, you have these auto rickshaws coming and these little scooties here because there are people living here. These are their own vehicles. And this fort is an open air showroom of the handicrafts and products of this place. For example, you have, okay, they make very touristy things also for souvenirs. These are t-shirts and shirts and little bags here. Very colorful, bigger bags. And then you have even clothing, skirts and blouses and bags and almost everything. There are caps there. Okay. So this is what is very, very special about this fort. Of course, I'm not going inside. Here, this is a temple here. This is a temple, and let me show you the lane. This is the lane. You can see all the houses, all the buildings, all the structures are so beautifully sculpted. So beautifully sculpted. They are almost worked like as if somebody is sculpting wood. They say that the best sculptors, masons, come from this area. The masons of this area charge you double because they are very, very good in their work. Okay? They work on stone as if they are working on wood, and they work on wood as if they are working on stone. And there is a particular caste of people, particular community of people who do this work. Just that community. If I mistake not, the community is called the Usta community. Okay? Here, I'll show you another lane. Now that is the entrance to the fort. And let me show you something very interesting. Can you see those hands over there which are carved out on the walls. This one. They are hands. These hands are the hands of Sati. What is Sati? Sati was a woman who immolated herself along with her husband if her husband died before her. And this ritual was performed by women to be able to preserve the purity of the race, of the community, because they did not want to risk having children by any other community, by a man of any other community. And if she's a widow, she could be violated and she could get pregnant and give birth to children who would be called bastards. And if that happened, the whole family would be ostracized and would be called, would go into the category of being an untouchable. And that is why they had the woman, the wife or the widow, doing self-immolation. But this was true only for very, very young widows. If the widow was old and she was beyond the age of childbearing, then she would not have to do this. Okay? The other communities in India, especially in the north and east and south, they would send their widows to the widows' homes. This is another house. See how beautifully they are sculpted. There's so much of activity, movement out here because there are people living in here. This, as you can see, is the oldest part of the fort. And the ceiling here, let me take you closer. The ceiling here is still the old ceiling. And this fort is supposed to have been started in probably the 14th century. These are some more people out here. They are Spaniards, and here is their guide. His name is Mukesh Yadav. He's a smart fellow. Smart fellow. Okay, and these are his clients. Okay, what's your name?
Rosa.
Rosa. And what's your name?
Miguel.
Miguel. So we have Miguel. What a handsome couple. Miguel and Rosa. They are going around in the fort. Massimo. Voi siete italiani allora?
No.
Spagnoli? Con lui?
Sì.
Ok, Massimo e lui?
Enric.
Andre. Ecco. Handsome men all around. Go ahead. Enjoy your tour.
For a beautiful country.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
What's your name?
My name is Meena. Meena. Storyteller Guide of India. Meena. Okay. They call me the grandmother of tourism. So, ciao. So here we have the oldest part of the fort. You can see the ceiling. It's made of wood. And this is probably what they have taken as Khejuri wood. Now Khejuri wood is very durable. It's a wood of the desert, and that is what is used to make the ceiling. Of course, this would be ceiling for us, but for the house upstairs, this would be the flooring. So here we are, and this is the lane here. Very nice. And let me show you another lane. Oh.
Motore sono davanti una settimana, attenzione alla signora.
Ahí dietro, aquí dietro.
Oh, look at this. What a lovely model of the house, of the fort probably, part of the fort. This is part of the fort, okay? And the stone that you see here, this one,
fossil.
this is a fossil.
Yeah.
And the name of this stone, इस पत्थर का नाम क्या है?
Abur stone.
Abur stone.
Abur village name.
Abur.
This stone came from
So
there.
it comes from a village called Abur,
This-
and this stone
Abur stone.
is actually almost like it's a salty stone.
Seashells.
There are seashells and there are fossils over
Yeah.
here. It's actually a fossil.
Fossil.
Okay, and if you put a piece of this in milk,
Milk.
overnight,
Milk and the yogurt.
and in the morning you get yogurt
Curd.
because it's a salty stone.
Then
And then we have this lane here.
making
They
glass.
make so many things. They make glasses. Now, in this glass, you don't need to put the stone. This glass is already. It is also called diaspro.
You can put water in night in this glass when you sleep. Next day morning, when are you woke up early morning without breakfast, even not toothbrush, you have to drink with this glass water, aqua. If people they have any problem in stomach, they have diabetes, blood pressure, acidity, control. There are some people buy this
Okay,
glass.
so this glass is therapeutic.
Yeah, medical.
And also, if you put milk in that in the morning, you'll get yogurt.
yogurt.
Okay, so okay, they do lovely paintings out here also. Can you see these paintings? Beautiful painting. They're all of local people. Here is the shop of this artist. So many beautiful paintings. Look at this. And we have a nice funny fellow out here. We have a camel with glasses. Okay, so they do these funny things there. Okay, so friends, you've seen a little bit of this fort. I hope you liked this video. Stay tuned with me and you will see many more videos with me. Okay? Okay, bye. Meena says bye. If you want to connect with me, my number is 7210112648. Let me repeat my number again. 7210112648. You can connect with me on this for WhatsApp and even for a call. You can send me a message and I shall connect with you. Okay? Bye everybody. Have a nice trip in Jaisalmer.